I invented an ultimate mixed coffee recipe by chance when I was in the army. I guarantee that this recipe is kind of gold. Ironically, it is super simple and easy, so before sharing the recipe, I want to tell you the long story about it. I hope you enjoy this video, and let's start. You may already know, but every Korean man has a duty to serve as a unit for the national defense. I joined the army and served as a sapper who operates landmines for 1.5 years. Korean army basically consists of random guys from all over the country, and because of that, those who are not professional soldiers are strictly controlled. They must not leave the camp without any permission, of course, and it's pretty hard to use personal items, especially which could be lethal, such as strips, glass things, sharp iron things, etc., etc., and etc. As a good coffee person who even grows my own green beans, this environment was literally a crisis. As a little tiny recruit, it was impossible to request some coffee tools, so I had to quench my thirst with just instant coffee. It was okay, but that was not satisfying. I want to feel the civilization so bad. And as I promoted to corporal and able to speak, I asked my commander if I can have some coffee tools in the barracks. He was skeptical at first, but I was a good man and desperately asked him, and I finally got the permission under the following conditions. I had to store my glass dripper and electric kettle in the company office, and I had to get the permission from the officer on duty whenever I wanted to make coffee. Despite the regulation, I was so happy. The gap of quality between the instant coffee to freshly made coffee is like infinite, yeah? I made some coffee for the fellas in the prison, barracks, of course. They really liked it too. It's a civilization. You saw the beer scene in the movie Shawshank Redemption? It was just like that. When you get locked down somewhere, you get to be thankful for tiny things, you know what I'm saying? And I inevitably made coffee for the sergeants and officers as some kind of commission. I didn't intend, but I think that made my military life much easier because they treated me well. This is my happy story, but not the ending. We are talking about the ultimate recipe, right? It is coming soon. After beginning to make fresh, filtered coffee at the barracks, I naturally got to want some more, which is the latte. Fresh black coffee is great, but it cannot replace the latte, right? I pondered how to make it. Adding milk was not the solution. It was too bland to me, and it's almost impossible to make espresso in the barracks. I tried with my manual espresso machine, and I somehow managed to make the shot, but it was too inconvenient to sustain. Then I came up with the powdered milk. It seemed I found the answer, but unfortunately, powdered milk didn't dissolve well in the coffee, and it also didn't taste that good. I was disappointed that it seemed like a dead end. And at that moment, I finally found a solution by chance, like a movie. I accidentally found an item in the post exchange, which is this vending milk. Its name, vending milk, is from the vending machine. It was like destiny. It was the only one left in the store, and I have no idea why they sell this in the PX until nowadays. It contains milk, cream, sweeteners, which means it is delicious, basically. And most importantly, it melts like snow in the coffee. This was the game changer. I ran clinical trials to many people many times, and the result was a big hit every single time. Everyone was shocked. So many people said it was the best coffee they ever had in their life. Even the commander who doesn't enjoy the coffee said that. So calling this coffee the ultimate is not an exaggeration. This recipe is verified. I can proudly say that it might be the best coffee in the history of Korean army. Even after being discharged from the army, it became one of my aces in the hole. And finally, here is the ultimate recipe. 200 milliliters of filtered coffee and 50 grams of vending milk, period. Vending milk is a good stuff and a constant value, so the quality of your drip coffee is the variable. Its smell and taste are just fantastic. It's very sweet, by the way, but the coffee backs up, so the balance is really nice. To describe, its smell and flavor are really similar to butterscotch or caramel, but it's much more complex and cozy. And I always think about the accessibility to the ingredients, so I searched for the vending milk on US Amazon, but I couldn't find it. Maybe you have to Google it and look for another companies who are selling this. It is not that easy to get, I guess. Therefore, I'd like to share how to hack my own recipe. Get this one, Maxim Mocha Gold. It must be much easier to get. Get the stick, open it, and you will see the coffee first. One stick is 12 grams, and the coffee part is about 2 to 3 grams at the very first. Discard the coffee part, and then you will get 10 grams of the white part. Same ratio I suggested, 50 grams per 200 ml of drip coffee. Of course, you may adjust to your taste. And this is not as good as the original version, but it is great enough. Alright, that is it for today, guys. As always, thank you very much for watching, and please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll come back with another great stuff. See you soon.